While the big cap stocks in the technology sector are on the spotlight recently, there are these three stocks that are about to break out and rally up higher with plenty of upside ahead. So let's just dive in and take a look how we can benefit from it. All right, so let's get started now. So the first stock is Calix, CALX. So first of all, you probably can tell this is a ascending triangle, so it's a bullish pattern. So before we just dive into the detail, let's just zoom out a little bit and see the broad picture right here. So you can see that the price is probably at an all-time high level, and yep, this is the IPO price, and here is the big structure. And after the breakout, and here is an impressive run up. It's probably still within this up channel. So let me just zoom in and focus on the recent price section within this ascending triangle. So first of all, we can see that after a very significant run up all the way to about 48 or close to 50, and we have seen a change of character. So this is by far the largest down wave if we compare it to the previous down wave. So definitely it's a change of character, suggesting that the trend has come to a temporary stop, at least go into a trading range. And here it is. This is the trading range that we're looking at, is via a ascending triangle formation. So subsequently, let's look at this. So this is a very threatening or impressive reaction that comes with localized increasing of the supply level. But if we just compare it to the previous reaction, so we do see that the supply is not very excessively high in this case. However, the bearish bar or the spread of the candle are definitely quite threatening. So you can see that this is the big bearish bar, and subsequently the recovery is also not too bad. So eventually it just sort of like settle within itself within the ascending triangle. So this is the first largest reaction, and you can see that the reaction is getting smaller and smaller and is forming a higher low and higher low throughout, with the decreasing of the supply level, suggesting that probably the consolidation is about to end. And let me just zoom in a little bit more here. So we can see that this is an attempt to break above out from this triangle pattern. So volume is increasing. So there is this spike of the volume trying to break above, but we definitely see some kind of failure. So the price did not really commit above the resistance level right there. And currently the reaction is still unfolding right now. So what I would like to see for a bullish case for the continuation of the ascending triangle pattern is probably another attempt. So this is something that I would like to see, and we definitely will need to see some form of the commitment above the resistance level. That is at about 48, or you can just set it to about 49. So once it's committed above 49, I think that that could be a great long entry with a stop probably around the swing low level. So let's assume if we can just have some form of the reversal from here on, then somewhere below this hammer, then could be a nice stop loss. Your reward to risk ratio could be quite high, because once it's breakout, then I think the sky is the limit. And based on the just a traditional projection with a height of the triangle, then you probably can expect some form of the rally to around 60. So just based on a one-to-one projection right there. All right, so just before I jump into the next stock, I would just appreciate if you can just like this YouTube video and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and that will mean a lot to me. All right, back to the video. Next stock is CommScope Holding Company. So this is again another telecommunication company sector. So let me just zoom out a little bit here, and we definitely can see there is quite a lot of the bullish character. So first of all, here is the downtrend, and we definitely see there's a break of the downtrend line and forming a kind of a cup and handle type. So let me zoom in a little bit and focus on the bullish structure right here. So there is definitely an accumulation pattern at the bottom right there. So quite a lot of the active volume within this portion right here. So this is the accumulation, and with the sign option rally breaking out and followed by a very shallow type of the backup action. And here's the continuation to the upside. And if we just take a look of this whole structure right here, so this is probably like a rounding bottom type of the pattern. And maybe if you want to add some handle, that could be done as well. And you can see that there is some form of the absorption while it's just going through this resistance level at about 15 or $16. And right after that, we definitely see an acceleration to the upside. So definitely this is a very bullish pattern. And right now, it's just forming a pullback. So look at this pullback. It's just probably very similar to the previous pullback. That's why I just expect some form of the continuation to the upside. And right now, we can see that even during this pullback, supply is not very high. And if we compare it to the previous supply level, definitely that the supply is quite normal. And even with the amplitude or magnitude of the reaction is still not very threatening yet. And let's focus on the past few bars. Okay, so here it is, a breakout of the localized small trading range, and this bar is attempting to break out, but we do see a bit of the rejection tail right there. So right now it's just having a reaction. So what I actually expect is some form of the another attempt to break above. So based on the reaction so far, I don't really see a lot of the supply come out. So this is the first good sign. So as long as you can just have another probably decent pullback, maybe go back and test this bullish breakout bar with some supply inside and have a test, or maybe spring a localized swing low level and going to have an attempt to break out. So just pay attention to this kind of the breakout, or pay attention to any type of the reversal signal where you can just use some typical reversal signal to get an early entry, or you can just wait for the breakout confirmation, and that's somewhere coming above 22. I think that would be quite a nice long entry with a stop. Can below the swing low level, or if you want, then you can just put below this big bullish momentum bar. That would be more conservative stop loss. So the immediate target price, we can just zoom out and see that there is a resistance overhead right there. So that is somewhere around 25 to about 27. So this is the first area that we need to pay attention to see how the price actually react within this resistance area. So at least we have some upside ahead with relatively great reward to risk ratio. All right. So that's COMM, and I think it's very bullish at the moment. So the last stock is DXC. So again, DXC is having a very similar structure with the previous stock, the COMM. So you probably can recognize some form of the rounding bottom type of the pattern, or if you want, maybe some cup and handle. But anyway, despite the pattern, let's just focus and zoom into the price action and the volume. So we can see that right after the breakout of the resistance level at about 37, we see some form of the run up, and currently just completed a kind of a backup reversal. So despite that, we see there is some localized increase of the supply level with some bearish bar, temporary commits below or just tested the support area, and it just have a very quick recovery up and followed by a test. So here's the reaction comes with the increasing of the supply and with a successful test with a higher low and decreasing of the supply level. So right now, I just think that it probably can just go back up and to have an attempt to break above the immediate resistance level at about 42 or 41.7. So if you just want to get a confirmation, wait for it to break above and come in above the resistance level and with a stop below any type of the swing low or even the breakout bar, depending on your risk appetite and also the trading strategy. All right, so this is DXC. I think it's very bullish at the moment. So the next level or next targets would be probably, I think, is this gap level. So you can see there's a huge gap here, right there. So this is the first level that is probably somewhere around 50, and the next level will be around 55. So at least we have some room ahead, and definitely if you use a tight stop or maybe just a swing low type of the stock or the conservative type, your reward to risk ratio will be excellent. All right, so that's all. And if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you can just subscribe to my YouTube channel. And do remember to join my newly launched Telegram group channel for ad hoc market update. The link is in the description below. Or if you want just a normal email market weekly update. All right, so I will just talk to you next week. Thanks for watching. See you.